Okay, so we're reading from Obstacles in Devotion by Vinod Biharji, and we've kind of almost completed the section on Vaishnava Ninda, avoiding criticizing Vaishnavas. Om Jnana Timirandasya Gananjana Shalakaya Chaksur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Vishnam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadhati Swapadantikam Vansha Kalpa Tarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Bhayevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So greetings from Mayapur. This is my quarters. I have a little apartment on the roof. From my roof, I have a clear vision of the yoga pit where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born. And it's nice for me to live in a huge Vaishnav community where, so many devotees I know that live here, so many devotees that visit here. Of course, I'm staying with Jagadish and Yugala, which are practically like family to me. I've been doing this even when they used to live in Israel, so maybe 25, 30 years I've been visiting them. And especially in Mayapur, they have a beautiful, beautiful facility. In fact, 2 floors down, there's a beautiful hall with deities, and they'll have kirtan. There's probably 100 people there. It's already started. I may end the class a little bit early to go there. And yesterday was the Vyasa Puja of Śrīla Dhanurdhara Swami. And down the Jalangi, there's beautiful MBT kind of Vaishnav communities. But anyway, I was invited for lunch. There was about 15, 20 God brothers. I mean, so exquisitely done. I was fortunate enough to sit next to His Holiness Shivaram Swami, who was just talking with me the whole time, so friendly. It was so nice. And my habit now is I walk a lot, so I think that's about a mile and a half. I walk back. So this avoiding criticism, if we can just inject this into our heart. I've said many times, or I've heard it many times, that practicing devotion is very easy. The process is simple. The application, which deals with the will, is difficult. What's difficult is avoiding offense, and I described the dynamics of it. We come into this world overcome with the dualities of desire and hate, That's the manifestation of false ego. Desire is the sense of false ego. I want to be superior. And hate is the sense of false ego that I want everyone else to be less. And that's very much manifest in this pushing, vacha vegam, manasakroda vegam, the mind and the tongue. And the last section, because the degree that this Gaura Kripa, Gaura Kripa, the guru is just, I guess in English we say hammering in the point, that even if someone mistreats you, if you hate them in response, so it's very militant, I described it. And the disciple Vivek keeps on saying, well, how is it possible? And he tells them so many different things, and he just keeps on coming back. Finally, he says it's only possible if you develop that vision, Vidyavani Sampane, Kava Brahmani Vaishnave. Vidya Vinaya Sampane, Brahmani Gavi Hastani, Sunika, Pandita Sabhadarshana. If you develop this equal vision and you see God everywhere, and we practice that at the beginning and we attain it in perfection. But at the beginning, we have to see God everywhere, and at the end, we have to feel God everywhere. And that's the essence of this Trinada P practice, this humility. Humility means, I just want to find this, I got such a great definition of it. One second. I'm going to find it, one second. I really want to find this because it's very important. Everybody can't find it, but yeah, the ultimate meaning, this is Jamuna Jivana, some of you are on his, the ultimate meaning of humility is to recognize that we need help. The ultimate meaning of humility is to recognize that we need help. So it ended that section of Vaishnav Ninda with a verse, you may pay obeisances and have lots of respects for all beings, be it a Brahmin, Chandal, or dog. It is the religion of Vaishnavas to pay obeisances to everyone. A Vaishnav who does not obey this dictum is a cheat. the disciple says, by your mercy, I've understood that without practicing Trinada P, I can never enter into the realm of bhakti. It's impossible. Pride is antithetical to service and devotion. And humility allows you to feel devotion. So then Vivek is clear on this, and he says, tell me something more about what is necessary for bhakti. I should be grateful to you. So Gaur Kripa, in the path of bhakti as shown by Srimad Mahaprabhu, one point we just can't ignore is Guru Seva. And he explains that in the Gyan Marg and Yoga Marg, when you reach the top, it is Kon Guru, Kon She. Everything is one. So who is Guru? Who is disciple? I alone am everything. However, in the sadhana of the Vaishnavas, we serve Guru during the sadhana and when we attain perfection. There's Vyasti Guru, the individual person, and the Samasti Guru, it's Krishna. When we have that relationship of Tadvidi Pratipatena Pariprashnena Sevaya Upateya Shanti Te Jnanam Jnaninas Tatvadarshana. When you have that mood of service and surrender and inquiry, then God manifests through a particular person in that relationship we have. Tesham satatayuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tvam yenama. If one who worships me with faith and devotion, I give them the knowledge by which they may come back to me. So this was, I think we discussed. And therefore we have to serve Guru. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Bando Mui Sarvadhana Mate. Yahara Pasade Bai E Baba Torio Yai. Krishna Prapti Hoy Yaha Hoy. The lotus feet of our spiritual master is the only way in which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. Attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. So, Shastra tells us this seva, Guru Seva, and right now, if this is also seva, there's two types of seva. One is paricharya, which is nice. You fan, you cook, and then there's parishavana, which is you hear. And hearing is best because you also engage the Guru in service, because he has to speak. So this was stressed, and from the CC it says, Tate Krishna Bhajre Kore Guru Sheban Maya Jal Chuhuti Boy Sri Krishna Tran. The one who practices Sri Krishna Bhajan and simultaneously serves Sri Gurudev gets free from Maya, the clutches of Maya, and reaches Krishna's lotus feet. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is very clear on this point. If we want to worship only Krishna, Sri Gurudev's Seva is topmost. So Vivek, this is disciples saying, you've spoken the absolute truth. What about the devotees who have taken Diksha and are staying far away from their Gurudev? They're compelled to remain far away because of their occupation. Then according to you, they are not performing bhajan at all in the real sense. So he's making this point, and the Guru will clarify. Suppose a father has 5 sons. One of them lives in a foreign country due to his occupation. One looks after the family business, while another lives with the father and takes his personal care. It does not mean the one who resides far is not pleasing the father. I'm not talking about the disciple who lives far away due to their occupation. I'm discussing what disciples who live near Sri Gurudev do, the ones who have forsaken everything and are living in Vrajadam to serve the lotus feet of the divine couple. I didn't understand that point. I'm going to get back to that. What about the disciples who remain far? If the grihastas who live in some other place are also greedy for spiritual benefit, they must come to Sri Gurudev from time to time and serve him. It is their bounden duty. Some devotees think massaging Sri Gurudev's body is the only seva. However, this is not true. Real Guru Seva consists of pleasing Sri Guru in all respects. The householders who live far should set aside a portion of their honest income for Sri Gurudev. They should serve Sri Gurudev with their body, mind, and words in every possible way. And then he says, there are many Gurudevs who do not accept any seva from their disciples. What should we do under these circumstances? And Gaur Kripa, there's a historical example. Look, if we have a very strong desire for seva, we will definitely seek out seva and please Sri Gurudev. Sri Narottam Das Thakur is a burning example. This is a famous story. His Gurudev, the most worshipful Lokanath Goswami, did not accept seva from anyone. I remember I was walking down the street and I saw this old, in Govardhan, I saw this old sadhu. I saw this old sadhu kind of walking the other way. He looked really legitimate. So I thought I'd give him 20 rupees. And that also happened to me with Sanatan Das Babaji, who is, I think, the main disciple of a Krishna-katha Das Babaji. He went to his room, I opened his room and I put 100 rupees in, and he came chasing after me and throwing it. Of course, our philosophy is yukta vairagya. We renounce things which we cannot use in Krishna's service. But some people's service is, like Raghunath Das Goswami, some people's service is renunciation itself. And those people don't accept. So he said, well, look at this. His Gurudev wouldn't accept. And Narottam had not taken Diksha. But he used to sweep and clean the place where Lokanath Swami passed urine and stool. And Lokanath Swami was not aware of this. And Narottam just served him in this manner for a long time. It's interesting because it's really interesting to give a gift or serve someone anonymously, so you don't get any praise from it. I'm not saying it doesn't have to. I'm saying not recommending that, but it's a certain type of purity. Somehow he had managed to please Lokanath Swami. If we have a strong desire, we will definitely seek out the opportunity for seva. You know, I had that kind of experience. I'm here in Mayapur, and in Puri, the Prasad, in Vrindavan, the dust, in Mayapur, the Kirtan. Okay, well, I'm chanting japa, and I do it here. I sit up in the morning for 4 hours, and Krishna's blessed me, because I can sit up straight for 4 hours, peaceful in body and mind. Sukha and stira. I don't do yoga practice, but sukha, my body is happy, and stira, it's steady. And I just felt it. I was chanting, and I was thinking of the meaning, because meditation means tajapas artha bhavanam, that we should dwell on the meaning. So I was really dwelling on praying for service. And then after I finished, and then I did deity worship. Man, I was busy all day. And I really felt there was some connection between that. It's not just a material thing. And the best definition of bhakti given by my godbrother Pradyumna is, bhakti means to be available for service. And if you have that mood, certainly Krishna will reciprocate. Eagerness and caring attitude are the only prerequisites. If we do seva only out of a sense of duty, it is useless. In case we cannot get an opportunity for seva, we should approach Gurudev and humbly request him to command us. Please order me to render service unto your lotus feet. Vivek, he goes on with this. One second. Okay. By the way, if any of you know the Ravals and that wonderful Vaishnav, their son, Haridas, he took initiation from Śrīla Dhanurdhara Swami, and his name is Srinathji Das. So that's really nice. Vivek, please tell me, Shastra states that a guru should be the one who is devoid of lust, anger, without a disease, the one who has excellent bhakti at the lotus feet of Krishna. I don't know what without a disease means. Is a scholar of the Vedas and all Shastra, respected by sadhus and conquered his senses. Shastra instructs a person who wishes to learn the mantra of how to cross the ocean of bondage and suffering should take the shelter of such a guru. However, after taking Diksha, some disciples discover their guru did not possess the qualities. Instead, he has the opposite qualities. Then what should disciples do? Hopefully this is rare. Gaur Kripa, you have asked an extremely painful question. Disciples should think about all this before he takes Diksha. After Diksha, if he thinks like this, he will not only suffer spiritually, but fall down. In fact, there's a great possibility of falling down. After accepting Gurudev, we must have firm faith. My Gurudev is free of all faults. He has excellent qualities and capable. I am ignorant, so I do not realize this. Vivek, it is right. Nonetheless, after trying very hard, what if we fail to make our heart understand? I mean, what if we continue to see faults? Then the respect diminishes day by day. What should the disciple do? Jiva Goswami has instructed such an unfortunate disciple to remain away from the spiritual master. Not only to remain away, we should control our minds, get rid of this mentality of faults, and take shelter of the name. We should try our level best to please Gurudev, since Guru Kripa is the root of all bhajan. This is Madhavendra Puri, this is from the CC. was pleased and embraced Ishwara Puri. He blessed him that he will get the priceless treasure of Krishna Prem. From then on, Ishwara Puri became an ocean of Krishna Prem, while Ramachandra Puri became full of defects. If we disregard Guru, then we suffer like this. Ultimately, we offend Bhagavan. So this, I think, we all know. Vivek, please tell me, if Gurudev passes some improper command, then should we obey? A guru never gives improper commands. Nevertheless, if some unworthy guru orders disciple to perform an act that Shastra prohibits, then the Shastra tells us we must not perform that action. Jiva Goswami has said in Bhakti Sandarbha, the guru who orders his disciple to act improperly, unlawfully, or unjustly, and the disciple who obeys such an order, both go to hell forever. This is kind of real thick and heavy stuff. Anyway, I didn't look at it before. The disciple says, I have one serious doubt. You quoted Guru Krishna Rupoy, Shastra Praman. Suppose I select someone as a guru, how will he suddenly become Krishna? All right, I'll explain more in detail. Suppose I give Ishta mantra to someone, then how did I become Bhagavan? How is it possible I would gain the same excellent qualities as Krishna? After all, I'm a slave to sense gratification. Gaur Kripa, I'll try to explain logically. Suppose a king sends an ambassador to a king of another country. That ambassador does not possess any good quality of the king. He is only an obedient servant of the king, yet he will receive all respect from the other king. His own king, too, will be pleased to know that they have honored him. He will think the king of the other country has honored him, whereas if the people of that country disregard the ambassador, his king will take it as a personal insult and will declare war on that country. In addition, the ambassador signs a contract on behalf of the king. Both the kings uphold the conditions of God. So it's saying that the guru is the representative of God. And Prabhupada gave this example many times. The viceroy is not the king. He represents the king. And when he goes places, he is respected as the king of that country and is delegated with the power of the king of that country. And the actions towards him either please or displease the king. So he says, similarly, Gurudev is the Lord's ambassador. Shastras call him Vyasti Guru. Sri Bhagavan is the supreme Guru, Samasti Guru. So this is a principle. Guru is a person, and it's an individual person, and it's also Krishna. If we have that relationship, then the will of Krishna personally manifests through that person. However, you must remember a point. Yeah, I'm going to have to look through this to explain it. And I'm going to have to, I have to go over it first, because I have to see I have to understand it first. So it's kind of rare, but I didn't look at this first. I want to be able to explain it in the best way. But I can say happy holidays to everyone there. And greetings from Mayapur. Mayapur is Odaryadam, the land of magnanimity. And you feel that when chanting. Things become much, much easier here, really. Vrindavan is Madhurya. It has a certain intimacy and sweetness. And Puri has the mood of separation. And I heard it explained once by one sadhu. There's Radha and Krishna, and they're enjoying Madhurya, the highest sense of intimacy. And when there is a sense of giving what they have, the Odarya, or the mood of magnanimity, becomes more than Madhurya. It's not that Mayapur is Audarya, magnanimity, and Vrindavan is Madhurya, sweetness. It's just in one, the quality in Vrindavan of Madhurya not supersedes, is, I can't find the word. It goes over the feeling, it becomes more than the feeling. And when the feelings of Audarya become prominent, then Radha and Krishna become Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Mayapur becomes, Vrindavan becomes Mayapur. And then I will have my retreat in Puri. I don't know, we don't really advertise much, but we got incredible group from Hari Parshad, Madhavananda, great kirtaniers, so many nice people coming. So our goal there is to not just hear about Gaur Leela, but have people actually participate in Gaur Leela. And that's the beauty of Gaur Leela, in that the form of Gaur Leela is more directly accessible than the form of Radha Krishna Leela. And the example is given in Srivas Angam, which is Rasa Stali in Gaur Leela. They would meet every day. We're going to go to Srivas Angam, or I'm going to go here, and there would be kirtan all night, and dancing and mridanga. So we can actually put our body and activities in that consciousness. It's so accessible. So, yeah. Anyway, I have to get down. They'll probably ask me to speak too. I'm sure it's a little short today. But Gail must have some questions.
Actually not much.
Yeah, that means I'm not on my A game today. That's okay. Jumanajai, you have any point you gleaned out of this today? I need to prepare this section, because I was reading it and not clarity. You have any questions? So is it Christmas Eve there today, or be tomorrow there?
Today is Christmas in the United States.
It is.
Christmas Day itself, yeah.
Okay. When is Christmas Eve? The day before?
Yeah. Yesterday it was Christmas Eve.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to kind of head out now to the kirtan and enjoy your day. Is it a white Christmas? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, it did kind of. A couple of days ago it snowed heavily.
Why should people dream of a white Christmas?
I have no idea at all.
I guess people used to live in villages. You didn't have to travel on the Garden State Parkway or something. Okay, I'm going to share. I'm going to share something interesting today with you. I think this will be an interesting philosophical point and something I'm going to develop, and then I'll go downstairs. And I was meeting someone, and I saw someone else, and I hadn't seen him for a while. And he was a very humble and strong preacher in South Africa who made a lot of people devotees, really high class, not high, but classy people, let's say. And then, as often happens, he was disappointed. He he wanted to make a monastery, but no one was interested, and some sannyasi came and took some of his people, and he became very disappointed and anxiety. And as he came to be a monk, then he got into Buddhism. And then after studying Buddhism, he saw that there was some lack in Buddhism, and he got into Vedanta. And anyway, I came to see him, and he was explaining his experience with Brahman realization and, the peace and everything he felt. So anyway, I spoke to him such a way, he wrote me he was grateful. But what I see happens sometimes, and this I was speaking to Jagadish, who I'm staying with, who happens to become a really great scholar. And in the Tatiya Upanishads, it describes that there's 5 stages of consciousness and need. There's anamoya, physical health. There's pranamoya, which is social health. There is manamaya, which is psychological or mental health. There's vigyanmoya, which is self-realization. And there is anandamoya, which is full surrender and bhakti. And what you see sometimes happening previously when people would join temples, and Prabhupada had 10 years to take over the world, people would be in situations where they would try for this real high state of full surrender, which we have to come to, but other aspects of them would become neglected. So Jagadish was explaining that how in the Bhagavatam you talk about full surrender, but it was a given that the anamoya, the physical health, the pranamoya, the social health, and the manamoya, the mental health, was already given. But when people are in unstable situations, they find themselves sometimes saying, I have to take care of these things. And the weakness of that is, it's okay that you go to one of those platforms. Right now I have to maintain, now I have to take care of my mental health, now I have to get myself socially situated. But if one's in anxiety and then comes to those platforms and feels some satisfaction, then that becomes their religion. And I've seen this sometimes. I've sometimes sent devotees who had psychological problems to psychologists. And maybe they've been, and they got a little relief, and then some kind of psychological process and becomes their religion. And I think this is the same thing with this person here, who is in anxiety and then found relief in some kind of Brahman type of thing, techniques where you just meditate on your breath for an hour, and there's some type of relief there, and the mind becomes peaceful. But the difficulty is if you stop there. And therefore, I think the difference between a Mayavadi and a Brahmavadi is a Mayavadi rejects Anandamoya as illusory, and the Brahmavadi kind of accepts that this is an aspect of God that I am attracted to. And anyway, I'm working on it. I'll be writing things. And the Monday morning greetings, I'll start it tomorrow, will be happy 10th anniversary for Monday morning greetings. So wait. No, well, I guess it's the 9th birthday of Monday morning greetings. It'll be the 10th year that I'm starting it. since I started it. And what I generally try to do is I generally try to discuss something I learned about the writing process during the year. And one constant realization I get is we're the instrument and Krishna's the agent. Because it's such an amazing process when I get an idea, which is also Krishna's mercy. So I'm situated in everyone's heart, and from me comes remembrance, forgetful, and knowledge. So the inspiration to do something and the ability to complete it, it becomes such a nice process to see that. Because I'm not sure, how do I come up with an idea? It has to come from Krishna. Because my writing, I think the unique part of my writing is I'm not just repeating something, I'm sharing a realization. And what a realization means is something that I'm not just understanding as truth, but I'm actually seeing it as truth. And Prabhupada said that the proof of realization is communication. Because realization means you're seeing something so deeply that you can reform and shape the idea to your audience. So I see in this process, of course there may be some realization, but I'm constantly amazed. I look at the page, I don't know how something's going to come out. And then I just put my pen to the paper. And it also, it has to be of certain quality of communication. So anyway, I'm going to write about that this week. I better go downstairs. Thank you for coming. I guess a lot of people today anyway are with their families or something, because there's not as many people as usually come. And I will, okay, I'm just writing down Vraja Devi's number, or I'll find it in my phone. 1 second. Okay, I have it. Okay, thank you all very much, and have a nice day. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam